Let me get my monitor here turned on. Hopefully, if anybody's out there, let me know. Is audio coming through? I think it should fire up here in a second. Volume. And I have quite a delay here. Volume. But volume seems to be working. Excuse me for all my coughing, guys. Excuse me. Let me grab my glasses so I can read chat. And yeah, we'll just jump right into it. Okay, JWRC, how's it going? How's it going? These old flapping lips, how's it going? Good to see you guys again. So JW got his new flapping lips. I heard that you, and I saw a post or something. I think you were having a tough day today or yesterday. Hopefully that's behind you. But yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was. I think you were just saying it was not the best of days. So hopefully that's passed. And JW got his new car built in time for the club race Saturday. What? I might, let me know, JW, was that the, I think that you had a couple of Technos that you maybe traded off or sold, and then ended up with a Mugen potentially. Am I right about that? And if so, how did you like your car on that first, what car was it? If it wasn't that Mugen, let us know. And how did you like driving that first time? Hey, Reggie. What's up, my friend? Cheers to you guys. Cheers to you guys. Reggie Jones. Good to have him in chat. So, Reggie, somebody come by. I work with Reggie. General Lee. We got Gerald Lee. So, it's good to hear from you today, Gerald. Reggie, Gerald in chat, he actually called me this afternoon. Do you know who that is, Reggie? Gerald's the one that was driving today on the track and you were watching. He's driving Mini Z's and you were saying that guy's getting better. Well, that's Gerald. He actually called me today, and so I gave him the link. So thanks for tuning in, Gerald. Hope you're doing well. Well, yeah, we're going to catch up soon for sure, Gerald. Maybe tomorrow. So these old flapping lips, not yet. No, this will pass in time. Okay. Yeah, dude, if there's anything, reach out to me. Send me a message or something. But yeah, hopefully you'll get better, or whatever it is going on, get better soon. So JW says he does. He got the new Mugen MBX8RECO. Dude, that's cool. I have not had any experience with it. I know some guys that are racing it. Only heard good things. Everyone, you really only hear good things about Mugen in general. So that's awesome, dude. That is really cool. How did you feel? You got to drive? Did you get basically just one club race, or did you go and do a practice day as well? How does the car feel to you? Yeah, Gerald, and I'll be out there. I almost every week I almost come by there, but then something pops up. Also, Gerald, it'd be good to get you in on a show someday. Get you come and hang out in the garage with us. Damn it. That's cool. I haven't, like I said, I haven't driven a Mugen for some time. I'm very familiar with how the Technos generally feel when you drive them. Every car, you're going to have to get used to it, but I think you're going to love that car. So I wish I had a new race car or something like that going on right now, but I don't. What I do have is trying to finish this project from last week. And that sounds like that's a Yamaha R1, I think. Let me see what we got going on. Box stock, except for shock and diff fluid. Oh, dude, man. And the car's not broken in. Once your car breaks in, like a brand new car, in my opinion, and I think in most people's opinion, a brand new car is not the best running car. Once it breaks in and you're able to get your suspension settled and you'll start feeling the car, I'm sure it's going to be a ripper. Last week we started, what was I doing to this last week? Oh, I replaced the steering links last week. Pow, pow. Because it was very sloppy. The links, I didn't do the links, I just did the rod ends because the ball was very loose and it was flopping around. Steering was horrible. So I think since we've got the parts, I'm going to replace these two. You can see, I don't know if you can see this, but shouldn't be any of that play. And there's just as much play on the other side. The outer rod end is not as bad, and it's trapped between these two. I think they call that a dual shear connection. So it's not going to move anyway, or very little, but we're going to replace that anyway, I think. Yeah, Gerald, come by sometime. Gerald lives in the vicinity. I'm only a couple miles from the shop over there at the Mini Z track. We'll go hang out and we'll see. I think I might have had a bent axle somewhere. One of these might be bent. Yeah. The front left over there. If I have another one of those, we'll get around to doing that. We'll see, but I got to get after it. I don't have Enrique here to help me, so it's going to be, I don't know. We'll see how fast I get things done. I've been pretty distracted today, and it's been a long day already. Tell me that I would be better off with the Mugen. Yeah, that's great, man. I don't know, obviously, how you drive, but some cars, their setups are just kind of better suited for some driving styles. I wish I you know, I don't. We have a few tracks around here, and I wish I would. I used to go. I have the Techno Buggy and Truggy, which I could race, but I don't know. I don't feel like I have enough time, maybe. Or if I had somebody else that wanted to go with me, like when the Pirate Mike used to be up here all the time. That would be great. Me and him could go to the track together because we live near each other. But if you're not going to the track with somebody, it can, and the track's a bit of a drive, it can kind of be a long day. If you guys have any questions in chat, we'd love to hear from you. I'll do the best I can to check on chat every few minutes as I'm doing this job. So Gerald, not sure if you're still there, but Gerald Lee is one of the premier drivers down there. And I remember when Gerald came in one day. Let me see. Gerald, if you're still out there, just say hi or something like that. I don't want to tell the story unless you're out there. It's a good story. Let me see if I can find these parts. All right. Certain 6S spares that you need kind of a lot. Here's one of the axles, but that's a rear, and I think I need the front one. Okay, Gerald's there. So, Gerald's a guy, he just likes driving and racing, and he used to do the real car, hot rods, drag racing, and he goes by the shop. It was, he went to, I think, to go get like Taco Bell or something next door. And then he showed up. He saw that there was a little RC car track. And he came over, and pretty much ever since then, he's just been spinning laps on the Mini Z track. And progressed through pretty much every damn car that they've that is offered out there. Between Kyosho and Reflex and LM cars. So it's very cool. Very cool to see it. And yeah, me and Gerald used to have a lot of fun when I was up there more doing we do like stock class racing, the box stock class. That was good. But yeah, man, I remember whenever you come in, and it was funny because you were just in the area I think you weren't even looking for the shop. You were looking for some something to eat, and you saw the shop from across the street. All right, guys. Let's put this out to the side. This should be clamped down somewhere, but I don't really have a convenient place to clamp it. So, what I like to do, you'll see when you start backing these off that it becomes very obvious where it was, because where the threads are very clean, that's, you know, it's obvious. And even this is a pretty dirty tie rod, but even on a new tie rod, you can look at it and see, because there's always some dirt on it. And this is the way I get them back together quickly. And I'll just make final adjustments after the car's together and I'm driving it. I may make adjustments on the bench if it's like a race car, but oftentimes I won't do that. I'll have my buddy Ryan, who's really good at doing stuff like that. We'll do alignments like on my buggies and truggies. Wish I had a little tool that would stay there better. So tomorrow is the day for we're doing Pro Motos again tomorrow. If anybody is around and wants to drive, you know, and do some Pro Motos, we did have last Thursday Wolf Tracks came out, which was very cool. Wolf Tracks made it, and he drove one of his Pro Motos with us. It was a good time. Oh, Gerald. Well, I appreciate, you're welcome. You're very welcome, man. I appreciate people like you that wanted to actually try and learn. A lot of people want to buy a car and just start driving and be really fast and have it all dialed. And the thing is, at that point, you just don't even know what you don't know. And so we just try to help people with, making decisions that seem to make sense. Chelios is good with that also. But you're a great learner. Got my doggo over here chilling. One of them. I've done a great, I'm really proud of my job I've done with the, if you guys could see, like these drawers, all the drawers, the tool drawers are, parts drawers are all organized and looking really good. Well, we've got this out here to brush down. While I'm there, I check this to see if there's any play, like in the bearings. There's always a little bit of play, but not much. There is quite a bit of wear in that output drive. Not sure if you can see that. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good amount of wear right there. But I mean, this thing is a total basher, and it runs fine. At some point, if that thing breaks, it breaks. But they'll pretty much wear till they're paper thin, as long as you just maybe don't go a little too crazy on the back flips and stuff like that. I've never really had it wear that much though. It's probably, yeah, that diff's probably been rebuilt a few times with some of those same parts. Let me see. Hey Gerald, if you're out there, did you ever end up getting any of the larger scale stuff? I know you're really deep into the mini 28 scale stuff and mini Z. Just wondering if you did. Pretty slow over there in chat tonight. If anyone has anything to say, feel free to share. We know JW was racing his new Mugen, which is cool. Oh, flapping lips. You sent me file of a Google Doc or something like that. I haven't looked at it. I've tried to open it twice, but on my phone it's not opening, so I'm going to have to look at it on my computer at some point. I think it's a graphics design. This. 8 cars now. It may not open, but it's a sneak peek at the graphics for the bike. Okay. Yeah, I think I can probably open it on my laptop, but my phone's, it's acting a little iffy now. Somebody came by the shop today wondering if I knew anyone that's interested in an old buggy that he had, and he had a picture of it. It's an older Tamiya, and I like older buggies. I have several old Tamiyas or something similar to, and I told him as such. And so I think he might bring it by. He just had some pictures. It'll be fun to show you guys. So I'm not going to tell you what it is right now because it may or may not happen. It's probably something most people in RC doesn't. It's like I said, it's an older Tamiya, so unless you're like a fan of the stuff, you may not know it anyway. But it's just a buggy. Oh, why did I pop that out of here? I'm not paying attention. Damn it. All right. Let's put this back together. Get the other side done real quick. Lollygagging. Sorry, guys. I might have had a adult beverage before the show started. Well, Gerald, since you got 8 mini Z's now, maybe whenever you get a chance, let's hang out and we can take some of these cars. Not the old Tamiyas, but some of the Arrmas or Technos, and you could drive them around and see if there's anything like that that interests you, because I wouldn't be surprised if you find some of that pretty fun, since you do like driving the Mini Z's quite a bit. And I think you used to do other size RC cars in the past, from what I remember. Not sure if you can see this. This washer is horribly warped. Hopefully I got something similar. Perfect. So I'm getting this beast ready for, well, I thought I was just getting it ready for going and doing some general bashing, but Art reminded me that sand dunes will be going up in September. So in October, at the latest, I mean, they're always up September to October. So they'll be up pretty soon at some point. Much better. Much better. Much better. compared to how loosey-goosey this side is. That'll make a big difference. Whatever I did before, I would never be able to dial this steering in. Not that you can totally dial in a 6S Kraton steering, but I could never really dial this thing in because if you got worn out rod ends, they're gonna, as soon as you set it, well, hits the ball on a different spot, and next thing you know, it's out of adjustment again. So with these off-road cars, you can get away with it. You can get away with it for quite some time. With that stuff that, like what Gerald is racing, you can't be that far set off on setup. So those cars are really finicky. Sorry if I'm missing chat, guys. I'll catch up. If there's anybody new in chat, we'd love to hear from you. Say hey. Let us know where you're from. Gerald Lee is, I think he's a first time on the live show, and I'm glad to have you, Gerald. Flapping Lips is here just about every time. JW has been a regular pretty much recently, but I don't think you were on. I don't think I saw JW maybe last week. Again, my memory's horrible, so if I say something wrong, you guys can remind me. It's my bad. Oh, still got to build the other one. Okay. Oh, the dirt spread. Used to be on the side of Ascot. Ascot was gone before I moved here. So I've heard about it, but I never got to be there. I think Ascot was the one that was that the one in Gardena or Carson, where they had like a roundy race track for motorcycles? I wish there was still some of those cool tracks and stuff like that around here. Yeah, and guys, a quick way to just, you can see the clean threads is where I just took the other one off. So I don't have to waste a whole lot of time. They're going right back together exactly to where they were. And usually because of the slop, I will, and that was in it before, I probably had adjusted some of that slop out. So with these new rod ends, once I get the bike or the car back together, I probably will shorten these just a little bit, just because I'm guessing I added some length to them to pull some slop out of them at some point in their life, but I couldn't tell you for sure. I don't remember that. Yep, the one in Gardena. I don't, I'm not sure. Yeah. Tell me, is it Gerald or one of you other guys? Is it just coming out on JWs? Or do I have a lot of streaming issue? I may be able to go over here and try to make an adjustment on the phone. Well, there's not a whole bunch I can do on the phone right now. Yeah, hopefully it'll start streaming a little bit clearer. If not, I mean, depending on how bad it is, I can shut it down, but I'd rather not. Let's see if that hopefully clears it up some. I changed a setting on there, and I put a fan on it, which sometimes cools it off. So, who was talking to me about the Nitro Addicts channel? I don't think it was you, JW, but it could have been. I'm trying to remember. It was somebody in the chat a couple chats ago. Somebody was saying that he does the show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Are you a mod over there? I think one of the guys on my channel in chat was a mod over there. But I tuned it in today. No, yesterday, but it was too late. The show was already over. I still watched some of it. I'm going to try to start catching that more. Looks like he did one show where he was out driving at Nitro HPI, and the other show he was not out driving. I forget what he was doing. He was working on it. So I've had we're still probably, well, not probably, there's no probably about it. Losi Promotos is the only thing that we're driving regularly around here. Me and my buddies get together every week and drive for about 2 hours, which is cool. You know, sure wouldn't hurt to put a polishing wheel on those, but hoping this was it on this one. I feel like there's something else I was going to do. I just really don't feel like doing anything, so I'd rather just get it together. I'm going to go drive this tomorrow. I know my Notorious is in really nice condition. It's like barely had any batteries through it. This one, I couldn't tell you. Maybe 200-300 batteries. Notorious, maybe 10 batteries tops. But the Notorious and the Kraton are exactly the same, except the Notorious has a shorter chassis, a shorter rear drive shaft, center drive shaft, a shorter brace, and a shorter center brace, rear brace and center brace. You can get, and I have all those parts, or you can get them for not very much. I'm considering switching my Notorious over to a Kraton. That way I will have two Kratons, one that's almost new, which is now the Notorious. I just won't have a Notorious anymore, but I'll have two Kratons. And since I was going to sell it anyway, it might sell better as a Kraton. This Kraton is by far the most popular truck out there. Gerald, good seeing you or hearing from you today. Thanks for reaching out to me. And I'll be around. Tell Chelios or something. But yeah, I'm around. It'd be good. It's good to catch up with you, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Okay. So much better. Well, is there anything else? I'll put that thing off. This is a slightly better length, so this one's going on. I need a little bit more space. I was seeing to put my tool underneath my RC. I think the next thing might just be to slap some tires on it and go run it. And give it a nice spray, like real cleaning. But it's oh, I have a few more clips to put in, I forgot. We replaced the arms on the front, I didn't put the camber or the caster block. A little caster forward and back. Space and grip switch. They allow you to move this upper arm forward or backwards. So luckily this job is real simple. All it is, put a few of them here. They're just clips. These are 3 different clips of different thicknesses. And you can put them however you'd like. You can put all 3 in the back, and that would stand your pivot ball. This is a pivot ball hub. I would stand the pivot ball hub up straight, which might affect the bump steer on it or something else. I don't know. Or you can put them all to the back, which is going to have a kick back. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to go with all of them in the back. They're also different thicknesses. There's 2 thinner and 1 thicker spacers. And usually helps if you have, I can try it with these, but to get into that area, needle nose is usually better. I actually should have done this long ago, because one of the things that is lacking on the Kraton, in my opinion, is handling. It's just not there. Pushes, pushes, pushes. No way to dive inside of a corner with this. You might as well just light up the rear tires and spin it around. Now, I've changed this angle here. I think this is the Arrma angle. I could be wrong on that. It'll be fun to see how it handles, see if it does anything different. So it's almost October. So Tim, if you're still out there, is this the time of year? Does it start getting chilly over there? I used to live in New Jersey, and you could definitely tell. And even here in California, the last couple of nights have had a bit of a chill in the air, for sure. I can't believe I never tried that before. I don't know what it'll do, but I mean, as horrendous as this handling is on this rig, it can't be any worse. And that shock is this shock bent? I think I got it. Alright. We're not screwing around. We're going with brand new shocks all around. That thing is shot. Let's see it big. It's probably the bushing in the bottom of that shock is worn out. I don't think that the shaft is bent. They actually have really good shocks. And I push this pretty hard. And, you know, you can, all you got to do is really put thicker oil in it and bash it really hard. This has the regular BLX version, not the EXP version, shock stand, so we're going to probably change that. I think I might have some EXP. Some EXP shock stands for this. If not, I've surely got a screw that's not bent. This thing could be jacked up. Yeah, I used to. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember these old flapping lips. Way back when I first started this, my feed was so bad. It was just it would drop all the time. I would have a show and I'd have to restart it 3 times for the show. So I'm glad that's not been happening. What's funny is usually it looks really crummy on my end. But tonight it doesn't look bad on my end. So that's why I've seen if anyone else may be having issues. Because if it's just once in a while, like these old flapping lips said, it may be pretty normal for me. I need to get better service. Wish I had a power tool for this one. This is taking forever. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Tim, for being out. Hopefully it goes well with the appraiser tomorrow. I'll talk to you later. This is the EXB shock standoff. It's one piece. Now they actually have a better one because this one's not. Like guys, I'll actually use this old style with just the bolt that goes through the standard standoff. It bends, but it doesn't really break. I've seen so many of these break. Also, it could just be bad drivers hitting stuff. But who's to say for sure? I'm just going to change one out, leave the other one. I think it's still pretty decent. I'm sure we can salvage it, pull it apart and rebuild it, but for now, these things I think have been driven for like one battery. So this will be good. Show up somewhere. Thanks, Flapping Lips. If I already didn't tell you, thanks for coming out. Have a good night. Alright, there's a new rear shot going on. Time to grab a drink, see how you guys are doing. I know it's been a slow night. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. It was a pretty slow night, but hey, it's just the middle of the week, no big deal. How are you doing? Let me know where you're from. Any questions about any RCs, I'll try to answer them for you. Man, I'm thirsty. It's hot out in the garage. It's actually currently only 78 degrees. It's pretty decent. Last week we were having temperatures in the 90s. Composite ball set, but there's really nothing left in there. Could do better than that, I think. It's officially takes up the play. I'm not too happy with it. I need to, I'll either find some around here and replace that, or we'll get some out of order. So the Kraton 6S is coming out with me. What did I bring last week? I think I brought the Techno Bug with street tires on it. Yeah, that's exactly what I brought. Tomorrow this is the one that's coming. This one's more fun for sure. Right. Excuse me, guys, while I'm looking through some spare parts. Well, I don't see any crashes, so I may have to keep going. could hit with the air compressor would be great for this thing. It's filthy. Though it's a bit loud to turn on the air compressor this evening, so it's not happening tonight. We'll see, bud. We'll see. I got my little dog over here, Spike, holding down the fort for me. So there's places you can rebuild, and I recommend rebuilding shocks because it's not that hard or expensive. But I'd also say it's not bad to have a spare set of shocks around, and they're not that expensive. You can go, it's expensive to buy, this factory doesn't usually sell it this way, but you can buy it from people online. I don't know the legalities of it or how they pull it off, but I guess they just buy a bunch of kits and take them apart. But I'll always buy spare sets of shocks for all the rigs that I drive hard. For one, if I break one, I can just slap another one in and it's not the end of the day. And no time down. For two, I'd like to have two sets at least. One that's tuned for really heavy hits, slow rebound, which is probably what this setting here is. I think it was set up for the big air, winter big airs that we do in the dunes. But I also like to have a set that is more close to stock settings because it's more, handles better. Everyday driving, maybe not big airs, but just driving around handles better. So that's what we're going. We're going with these basically stock settings. I'll rip it around at the field tomorrow. Nothing too big. There ain't any real big air jumps out there. After we're driving the Pro Motos, just around for a bit and just make sure everything. I think everything will be fine on it. We did a differential a few weeks back, and I think last week it was steering rod replacement. This week it was shock replacement and rear camber link replacement. Also, guys, if anyone's looking to buy an RC, hit me up. I have pretty much all of my used RCs are for sale. So if you want a Kraton, a Notorious, a Kraton 4S, a Fire Team, which is like brand new, I have a lot of stuff that I'm willing to sell right now. I'm trying to flip it over into some other projects. Alright, well, it wouldn't be done if I hadn't lost a little spacer for this front one. Check, see if maybe took a spill down here. Yes, yes. There she is. Oh, I feel bad for my poor girl. This truck, even though like it doesn't get, like, you send this thing, it doesn't get treated easy, but it can handle it. It's like the toughest truck ever. But I'm starting to feel a little sad for it. I've just been a little abused. It needs some attention. Right now, though, I think we're mostly just having cosmetic issues. It's cosmetic. automatic is really an issue. Alright, there we go. Eight shocks front and rear. Nice and smooth, no binding. The old shocks were binding really bad. And JW has replaced his front toe links. He had them in backwards, and they wore through to the turnbuckles. Oh, I've seen that happen before. Huh. I think, I'd assume you probably got one of these flipped the wrong way, and then when it was turning one direction or the other, I assume it probably was rubbing. Yeah, dude, that ain't the first time that's happened, I'm sure. That's too bad, but live and learn, I guess, right? I've made plenty of mistakes, so that's how I've learned most of the things I've learned. Wow. I wonder if whenever you get them turned around the other way, if you'll notice if there's any more like steering lock, you might have more turning, you know, like a tighter radius or something. Okay, so this is the first time in 2 years probably when I can say anything really new has been put on this. We got steering link on there. I did put a new hot rod, sorry, what's that, not hot rods. What are the name? Oh, Hot Racing. I did put a Hot Racing steering rack in there, and that did tighten the steering up quite a bit as well. But because there was so much play in the links, it was still impossible to get set up way with any kind of consistency. You know, great consistency, but it's possible. Affected the steering. It was really fast and aggressive. You could have a whole different car whenever you put it in the other way. Because yeah, that sure could have made it like whatever, you know, if it was in backwards, it could have changed the geometry. I'd assume could have made your steering way too fast, and the car could have been a handful. It's pretty funny. All right, we're going with some regular Kraton. These are in pretty good shape. So we are going to run these. Yeah, there's still some life left in these. Let me go thrash these things tomorrow. Oh, I had a bent front axle. It's not that bad. I can get away with it. It's probably going to have to get away with it. That's alright. I'll check and see if I have one. If so, I might do it on the show Friday. See, dude, your car was probably just had a bad setup in it because of some simple mistake like that. And you're probably... I bet you it was a very frustrating day, thinking, damn, this car's hard to drive. It's so twitchy and fast. But, yeah, it happens. I've done it. JW, you, if I'm not mistaken, you live in you're in Las Vegas or in the area, right? I was thinking about coming out there for Supercross, which is this Saturday. The Supercross finals, championship finals, the last race of the season is being held at the drag strip. Not on the strip, but they call it the drag strip, I guess. So you are from up in that area. Interesting. You ever go to any motorcycle racing? Because the race of the championships on the line is probably like, I think the total purse, motorcycle guys don't usually make a lot of money, dirt bike guys especially, but some do, and most don't though. This purse is, I think, almost a $5 million purse, or $4.5 million, and they've split it really well, so even somebody in 13th or 14th place is going to make a good payout. But it's more, it's more about championship than the year. But up until the last couple of years, there's not really any money. I was hoping to come out for that thing. I don't know if I'm going to. Oh, Washougal. Cool. Washougal. Yeah, they still do that every year. That's an outdoor national race. This one is, the same series. They've combined the indoor and outdoor series for one championship pretty much now. And it'd be cool. I don't know if you ever get out, if you ever go and do anything in the Vegas area. I go to Vegas as often as I can. I'd like to go 4 times a year, but it's usually more like 2 or 3. I usually stay in the Fremont area, Fremont district. I like to stay at Fort Queens or the downtown Grand. Do you ever get involved in any of that? Back in the McGrath days, yeah, those were good old days. That's when I was still riding and thought I had a chance to be a decent rider. I should have known. I never had a chance. But it was fun. Front needs to stiffen up a little to match the back, I think. Another thing that I do, to try to adjust these the same, you can just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can also look when the shock is dirty like this, and you can, the same thing as when you're rethreading on those rod ends, you can see how, where, you're down five threads from the clean threads, 5 clean threads here, you're basically about the same spot. That is, if they were somewhere close before. You could always use a vernier caliper right here. Be the right way to do it. Make sure they're the same. Yeah, dude, I love Fremont. I absolutely love Fremont. If I come out there, will you come in, it'd be cool to meet you. If I come out there, think about if you maybe want to meet up. We can meet up at one of the Fremont casinos or something. But I love it there. This trip is okay too, but Fremont's for me. It's just much more fun. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to drive this tomorrow. I got to make sure I have a wrench so I can adjust. I can see right now that that needs to be brought in. That one looks pretty sharp. The fronts I won't know until I turn it on. This camber is definitely off on this side. Yep, he says he takes his calipers to it and measure in between the shock cap and the screw. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll do something like that. Measure there. I'll measure from the shock, the ring, up to maybe the bottom of where the shock cap is. But yeah, that's probably the more accurate ways to use those calipers like that. Heck yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. So, if I come out there, and I will come out there, I just don't know when it'll be yet. I am going to be out there during the Formula One weekend for sure. I've already got booked for that. But whenever I come out there, tell me what RCs I should bring. If there's any places to go, either bashing in the desert, like these are desert bashers, or if there's tracks you want to go to, where like my Techno or something would be more suitable. Because then I would like to, maybe we could get together and actually go and do some RC driving at the track, and then go chill out over at Four Queens or something afterwards. I go and sit out there and watch the band sometimes. That would be a lot of fun. I would love to do that. And off the guy. Good to hear from you, buddy. How you been? Friend you on Facebook so we can chat. Absolutely. Yep. I don't know how to find you on Facebook, I think, but we'll yeah, for sure. Or also I'm on Instagram. I don't know if you're on Instagram. I'm on Instagram under the same name, JBRC Garage. Offney guy was the guy saying, you were the one talking about, I think it was Offney guy that was talking about the Nitro channel. Nitro Addicts. Offney guy, was that you who was telling me Nitro Addicts? Because I did tune in, but I tuned in too late. The show is already over. That was yesterday. So I tried to watch some of it, and I'll catch up on them. Bash it at the track anytime or change any layout. No more. No mufflers tonight. Well, good for you, bud. Sit down and relax or something. Get your drink, whatever relaxes you, and chill. Okay, so yeah. Well, I can look your name up, JW. I just don't know your name. All I know is JW. I can go to your channel. JW Smart. If you want to put your name in chat, you can, but you don't have to. I know sometimes you don't want to put your name. Oh, Jeremy Smart. A new car. Easy enough. I'll find you. So off the guy, yeah. I remembered yesterday, and I started watching. It was already over, but I think he had a HPI monster truck and he was out driving it somewhere. But from when I was watching it, I couldn't follow along like live chat. They weren't showing a replay of the live chat, at least the way I was watching it. They weren't. So I saw that. I saw a part of one working. Yeah, he was working on, I think he had a couple of dynamite engines, nitro engines, or something like that, but he was working on it. I did see part of that as well. So that's cool. Cool. Yeah, next time I'll try to tune in while it's live and say hi. Definitely. It looks like a fun channel. Alright. So man, I'm glad this is done. This is getting ready to go. It feels nice and smooth. I can tell that the front's been replaced more recently. The back one could use a little bit of oil to thicken it up. You can tell the oil feels fresher in this front one. It's been running that same oil for a couple of years, but not happening today. What we're doing tomorrow, we're going to leave it just like this, and we're going to dial in the steering tomorrow, hopefully, or as close as we can, by adjusting all the camber links on it. Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you guys' support, so anytime I can go and check out another channel and support it. But I did. I went over there. I subscribed to it. I just didn't watch it while it was live. But I'll be trying to catch them again next, I believe, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays live. Alright, guys. I don't think I'm going to go too late tonight. I think I'm about to call it. This truck's going to be ready to go. These are a lot of fun. They really just, they rip. I'm really considering turning that other Notorious into another Kraton. 7 p.m. Central, yeah. That probably worked pretty good for me. That's before I ever am doing stuff on the internet and then on YouTube. And some of it I can maybe watch at work. Alright guys, I am going to call it. I'm a little bit tired. But to off the guy, to JWRC, JW, I will check you out. On Facebook. And absolutely, next time I come up there, we'll do some driving RCs hopefully, and some chilling over at the, man, I love Fremont Street. I've been there so many times. I know the band, I even watch live streams. I'll probably go home and watch a live stream of somebody from Fremont Street tonight, streaming live from Fremont. There's always live streamers down on Fremont. I even saw a shooting on Fremont about a year and a half ago. Saw 2 people get shot. The whole place emptied out in no time. I know most of the bands. I know a lot of the girls that even work, the dancing DJs that work out there. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I love Fremont, man. I'm jealous. I would actually move from here to Los Angeles if I could. I would. You won't have the beach over there, and it'll be hotter, but a lot of fun in Los Angeles. I mean, a lot of fun in Las Vegas. And you got the desert, go out there, and that'd be cool. Alright. Yeah, thanks, man. This is pretty decent, bro. It's a Survivor. It started out at version 4. I think I got it 2019 or 20. And I think I'm on a 3rd chassis just because I've worn them bare thin. Never bent it, never ruined them. I just like to rebuild it once every year or 2. It's a beast. I wish I got frequent flyer miles on this because it is soared. So many pictures. Check out some of those old videos on my channel. Not just the lives. We got a bunch of old cool videos on there. Hey, you have time? Want to come visit the beach? Come do it. Let us know. I don't know if you've ever driven there from Las Vegas to here. It's like, without traffic, it's 4.5 hours or so. With traffic, it can be a lot more. Or you could fly. Flying is only a 45-minute flight. And I live near Los Angeles International, so LAX is just right up the road. And racing Revolution. Oh, Revolution. Okay. Yeah, I've gone to Revolution. Do it. Come on out. I'll go with you. And the beach is about 1 mile behind me. So, Redondo Beach, Manhattan, Hermosa. I live in the South Bay. Also, if you want to check out Venice, a bunch of crazy shit going up there. Santa Monica, of course. But yeah, if you guys ever want to come out, I don't know if you've ever been here before. But it'd be cool. We could meet you here. And then whenever I'm in Vegas sometime, meet up with you there as well. And then Revelation. I've driven out there. I take the Techno buggy and truggy there. I prefer the truck because the track is it's a hard packed track. It can get whooped like rock, like not rocks. It can get really hard packed with like whooped out bumps in it. So the truck, in my opinion, the truggy just handles the ground better. There's another place here called Huckleberry RC. They seem to be doing some good things over there and have some pretty good dirt too. So there's 2 tracks you can check out that are within 30 minutes or so of each other. All right, guys, it's been a good one. I'll be back next Wednesday for another Workbench Wednesday. I don't know what the plan will be, but we'll be working with something on the bench. Tune in for Friday's show. I don't know if we're going to have a guest. Maybe Chelios, maybe we get Enrique, or maybe somebody new. Maybe even Gerald Lee. But thanks, guys. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight in the garage. We're going to call it a night. You guys rock. I appreciate all the chat. Without you guys talking and chat, this thing would just be me hanging out in the garage, by myself. So you make it a whole lot more fun, and I appreciate you for it. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a great night. Take care of yourselves. We'll talk to you later.